Welcome to this brand new edition of Sidelines. I'm Jimmy Johnson. Last weekend was exciting all around the Patriot League with upsets in both men's and women's lacrosse and a big sweep in baseball. Both the Holy Cross women's lacrosse team and the Colgate men's lacrosse team came up with huge wins over the weekend. Holy Cross upended reigning Patriot League champion and preseason favorite Navy midshipmen 11-10 on Saturday. Junior Kat Sutton scored 3 goals and extended her goal streak to 42 games. She spoke with Holy Cross's Tom Willem about the big win. Here's the story.
Hey Holy Cross, Tom Willem here at GoHolyCross.com. I'm here with Holy Cross junior Kat Sutton of the women's lacrosse team here. She was named Patriot League Offensive Player of the Week for her performance last week, where she had 8 points and 3 big goals against the Navy midshipmen. How did it feel to get the big win against Navy?
It felt really good. You know, we were really disappointed getting ranked 5th in the preseason, so I think we let our playing do the talking for us, and we just really wanted to prove to ourselves and the rest of the Patriot League that we shouldn't have been ranked that low.
And your sister is the assistant coach here at Holy Cross now. How's it feel to play under her?
I actually really enjoy it, you know, because of our age difference. We never got a chance to play together, so this is kind of the next best thing, and I know she brings a lot to the team as a player and as a previous coach at the University of Albany, so it's a lot of fun, and I like what she brings to the team.
And obviously you guys had a big win against Navy last Saturday to go 1-2 in the Patriot League. How are you going to bring that momentum over to the Bucknell game on Saturday?
We definitely knew it was a do-or-die game, and, you know, we're just really excited. I think everybody was pumped up, and, you know, we're excited to keep proving ourselves to the Patriot League.
Okay, and you've heard it from Kat Sutton here, who had a great performance last week in action for the women's lacrosse team. And to follow the whole women's lacrosse team and the rest of their season, just go on our site at GoHolyCross.com. I'm Tom Willem at GoHolyCross.com, and we'll see you soon.
The Colgate Raiders' win was just as big as they too defeated the reigning Patriot League champions and the number 9 team in the nation. With a 13-11 win over Army on Saturday, the Raiders moved into the national rankings, giving the Patriot League 3 ranked teams in men's lacrosse. Colgate's Gloria Nantoya met up with defender Greg Perkins to reflect on the upset victory. Here's the story.
Hello fans, and welcome to Raider Vision on GoColgateRaiders.com. My name's Gloria Nantilia, and today we're joined by senior defender and co-captain of the men's lacrosse team, Greg Perkins. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So Greg, the defense had yet another impressive performance in which you played a key role in holding off Army for the 13-11 win. How do you feel about the way you played?
Personally, I think I executed my role, which was defending one of the top point scorers in the nation pretty well, but in our system defense, it's really more of a team unit, and kind of have to attribute the effort to an entire team effort. As kind of the way we play a slide and recover defense, everyone's ended up matching up on different guys. So while we still allowed 11 goals in the win, we ended up doing enough to get the victory, and you know, you have to attribute some of that to the offense too, finding the back of the net, but defensively, Jared came up with a ton of huge saves again, and Bobby Lawrence, Jim Queenie, David Tucciaroni. We have a ton of guys doing their work down there, and we scrapped out a victory, and it was huge.
When playing an offensive powerhouse like Army, what are your focuses as a defensive unit?
Well, Army had a pretty powerful attack. They had two of the leading scorers in our league, and we kind of went into it with the focus on focusing on our system, and we didn't do a whole lot of scout actually, because we figured executing kind of what we had done in the Navy game previously was pretty important in the victory. So, you know, we didn't focus on the scout until about the day before, and I think we came out the entire week just focusing on getting better and continuing to improve every week, which every team in the Patriot League is doing this year. So I think our mindset was if we executed our system, we were gonna end up coming out on top, and that turned out. You know, we went down 3-0 in the beginning. I know the fans got a little nervous, but we stayed the path and continued to execute, and by the fourth quarter ended up on top. So
The team is now ranked 19th and 20th in the national polls. What do you think is working for you right now?
I think as we reiterated, we hit a stumble early in the season, went down 0-2 against Hofstra in Vermont, and I think in the long run that actually end up kind of benefiting us because it allowed us to refocus our efforts. And now we know that if we don't show up every single day, we know what can happen, as we lost to Vermont and Binghamton. And I think with the being back in the top 20 I think it's the first time we've been back since my freshman year. So we came out yesterday to practice, and everyone's obviously very excited about it. But it's a time where we just kind of have to. We're going to put the Army game behind us. We're going to put the ranking behind us, and we have to refocus our efforts because we're really only halfway through our Patriot League season. We're 3-0 right now, but Lehigh is a very powerful team as well, and they're dangerous. And we're going into their home. We're playing them Saturday night in their football stadium. It should be a lot of fun, but we just got to keep going, and we're going to focus all week on continuing to get better every day.
So talking about that Lehigh game, you traveled there this weekend with a perfect 3-0 league record. How do you handle the pressures as a team going into this game?
I think we're going to continue with our same kind of game strategy that we went into Navy and Army with, as we're not going to focus on a scout until probably Friday. We're going to continue to grind through practices today. We're going to work. We're going to condition. We're going to ground ball, and we're going to scrap, and we're going to do what it takes to get us a victory. Kind of one of the statistics that stood out to me looking at the Army game was we out ground balled them by 10 ground balls, which in lacrosse and the way we play our system is that's how you're going to get victories. So we want to continue to ground ball. We continue to want to win face-offs. We've got Jim Carroll doing a great job out there. David Tucciaroni on the right wings. So if we keep doing the little things right, I think we're looking up. But we're going to focus on every week individually and not look past anyone this year.
And last but not least, you were named the Alliance Bank Male Athlete of the Week. What does that award mean to you?
It's obviously a great honor, but I can't solely attribute that to my performance as a defender. Kind of stats aren't gonna speak how the team played, and I think we really are starting to come together as a cohesive unit, and that's beginning to show. I mean, we held Navy to 4 goals. Army scored 11 on us, but it was enough to win, and I think each week our defensive units continue to get better. Jared's playing outstanding, so if we continue to do that well, I hope we see a couple more defenders out here.
Well, fans, thank you for joining us in Raider Vision on GoColgateRaiders.com, and have a great day.
In baseball, the Army Black Knights started with a 4-game sweep over Holy Cross, and catcher J.T. Watkins played a huge role, going 5 for 15 with 6 RBIs and 5 runs scored in the series. Rick Johnston has a story on the West Point Junior from Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
We like to use that position, if at all possible, as our field general, and JT does a great job with that. A natural-born leader, I think, comes from a great family, and it shows, I think, in his everyday work ethic.
The description head coach Joe Santolano provides for catcher JT Watkins would seem to be for someone who's played the position his whole life. But Watkins admits he's still adjusting, even though he's started since his freshman year.
You know, I didn't catch in high school. I only caught during the summer, and I wouldn't really call it comfortable. You know, I enjoy playing the game a lot. I love playing the game, always will. But at the same time, you know, it's intense out there. It's competitive, and I'd like to think that when I get out there, I keep that mentality of, you know, staying intense and keeping everybody into the game.
Before each pitch, Watkins must process a number of scenarios, ranging from where the runners are to what the count is. However, the junior says there is one thing that is his top priority.
The biggest thing for me is just making sure the pitchers are on the same page and, you know, coming in the game, throwing strikes. You know, their success leads to the team's success. So, you know, as long as we're all working together and, you know, on the same page, everything will take care of itself.
A few weeks ago, Watkins was recognized for his play on the field, being named to the Johnny Bench Award watch list, given out to the top college catcher in the country. Watkins' ability to lead his teammates is not lost on Santolano. The 12th-year head coach says those skills are in Watkins' genes.
He understands the game well. He's a scout son, a college coach before he was a scout, so he really has a great knowledge, been around the game a long time. And, you know, he is like having another coach on the field. When he goes out to the mound and he talks to everyone, I know he knows exactly what we expect of him, and he knows what we have to do.
Even though Watkins hasn't caught his whole career, the Alabama native isn't shy about his passion for playing behind the plate.
Every other position's boring after you play, but that's okay. I'm spoiled, and, you know, hopefully I'll get to continue to do that for a long time.
This weekend, arch-rival Navy comes to West Point as the Black Knights look to stay perfect in league play. With the Army baseball team, Rick Johnston, ITT Night Vision.
Thank you, Rick, and thank you for joining us this week on Sidelines. Check us out on the web at patriotleague.com and sign up to follow us on Facebook and Twitter to keep up with all the latest news and notes from around the Patriot League. We'll see you again next week.